Good morning. Welcome. Yesterday I was making the tapioca dumpling, and I have leftover fillings, and I went ahead and cooked this, and I wanted to make Bánhcuốn. Bánhcuốn today is one of the Vietnamese favorite cuisine or dish. So there's easy way to do this without having to be formality about it, but it may not taste exactly the same, but the concept is the same. So make it easy, stress-free, still be able to produce a delicious meal or snack or what have you. Okay, so I will include these recipe on my YouTube channels under the descriptions, so that way if you would like to get your cooking done, you'll be able to get the recipe you need. Right? Welcome. Chef Anna is about to go do the Bánhcuốn. Bánhcuốn is one of the Vietnamese dish with it, which is wrapped in a nice flowers wrap. Okay, so today I found an easy solution to do that, and I think it'll work. What I have already is steaming my steamer. Have my steamer ready because we'll be steaming it, and we're not going to be rolling it just like regular spring rolls. It's similar to spring rolls, save for the process of it is a little different. We just gonna steam it, okay, instead of eat it fresh. We're gonna steam it, and this process is easy. I already have my filling done, and I have my sheet. I bought this sheet a while back, and then I have it in the pantry too long, and it got bump and bounce here and there, and it broke. And there's a few things that I can do with it. Is make something optional out of it. Okay, so everything have to be oiled because it requires that non-stickiness, right? And I'm gonna oil the steamer. Also, I have banana leaves on the bottom of it. That just to help keep our bun non-stick. Okay? I have the filling ready, and the full ingredients in the fillings already. I'm gonna add a little bit of this green onions here just to give that beautiful finished look. Okay, so you will need the rice wrap that look similar to this. So all kind of brand. Okay, so this is the actual physical. Sorry, the allergy has been crazy in my room. So it's very thin rice paper. This is where we make spring rolls out of it. Okay, but we have to be creative how we thank you for wanting to come on. I won't be able to entertain that much. I will be cooking most of the time, so I wouldn't be able to even conversing. But I do read my comment though. I appreciate all that. And so as you see, that is broken, but don't matter. We can reuse this. We can deep fry this and make a real nice Rice Krispie, or for decorations, or just snack for the kids. Okay, so to begin, we will need to lather the sheet to make it a little, to keep it moist or wet. Okay, in order for to process this. Yeah. Like I said, this rice paper is very delicate. It's very thin. It's almost see-through glass kind of feature. So I'm gonna go ahead and I had a bowl of waters here. Okay, I'm supposed to have something to dip in, but and then we will need the fillings, and then I have the steamer going the same time also. So that way, as we roll and steam, then we'll have a whole bunch of this food done already. Okay, we want to place it like the near end of it. Okay, so that way we have room to roll it. So this filling is done, so it won't take a long time to process and cook it. So it's very easy. Gonna add our scallions or green onions, and then we will roll this. In fact, it's not quite ready. You have to be able to roll it soft enough to roll it, but we're gonna keep it long like this, and then what we will do next is to we can cut this into smaller pieces. See, so let me do this. Let me reconstruct, okay? All right, because it's not cooperating, I'm not gonna worry. Yeah, I'm gonna use a better sheet. Yeah. Better yet, I'm gonna get warm water. That way, it will process quicker. This is the same basic technique that we use for the spring rolls. Okay. And this one is soft enough for me to roll it. You can make spring rolls out of this also. It'll be so nice and wonderful. Okay, here we go. We can edge it like we do with spring rolls. Okay, or you can leave the edge open. It don't matter. Okay, it doesn't really matter. All right. So here we go. I have one done. I'm gonna put in the steamer. And then it will take just a few minutes, it'll be done, and then we'll serve it with delicious dipping sauce, which we already have dipping sauce. I prefer just regular sweet and sour sauce. That way, you know, no formalities or everything that you cannot attain. So I'm gonna flat it so that way it will be that texture. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the steamer. We'll do a few more, and then you should be able to see the end result of it. Okay. This is so easy, all right? The tricky part is to make the fillings. So the fillings, yesterday I was making the tapioca steam, so I have a lot of it left over, so I went ahead and yesterday what I did was that my filling was raw when I made my tapioca steam, and my family love it. Every time I make the tapioca steam bun, it's never left over. Thank you for the heart, I appreciate kindly. And today it will be the same way. Okay, so my fillings was the combination of dry shrimps and mushroom, and the shiitake mushrooms, and the black fungus, the dry shrimps, pork meat, and dry ingredient, shallots, onions, garlic, black peppers, and sesame oil, the whole bit, very little. And then I have leftover for today, so I thought, you know what? Well, why don't I reinvent this recipe? Because I already got everything. I have my rice sheet here, right here. I have the fillings. I have the steamers. So it's another meal, another pleasure. Okay? So here we go. Easy, you can try this at home, and if you have a gathering or friend over, this will be a best way to what do you call it, to impress your friends and family. Okay, right. We got 3 in there so far. I'll let you see in a minute. Okay, I'll let you see the end result because the filling is done. It's cooked, so that way we don't have to worry about it's not being done or being cooked. So it'll be cooked good. And then once I have enough, I'll show you how to decorate this and eat this in like a formal way, like a beautiful way. You know how I like my food to look pretty. And sorry, don't mind me if I sniff because my allergy does get bad around here time of the year because it's been windy and the dust and all that. I've been outside with the dog and the plant. You know, I have a whole bunch of plant in the backyard. So, yeah. Easy, right? You can see that it's not complicated at all. Even it's complicated, I always want to make sure that I will simplify in a way that you will be able to follow, and if you want to try it at home, you could. So this one right here, I didn't match the end. I didn't fold the end, so I can do that now. But you can leave the end open, don't matter. You know? I'm gonna lather the oil a little bit because to prevent it from sticking together. Okay, I'm gonna let that one cook for about a minute or so, and I'll remove it before it gets too soggy. And if it does, then it won't hold together very well. Okay, so welcome Bánhcuốn today. It's one of the Vietnamese old-time favorites. Okay, I went to the restaurant the other day, in a Vietnamese restaurant, and I couldn't help but watching people eating Bánhcuốn, and I said, man, you know, there's something simple that I can make at home and have that own recipe, you know, use your own type of meats and ingredients and decorations. And sorry about my chihuahua, she's over yapping. She's an old dog, and I think she has dementia, so she forgot that barking is annoying. But I'll let her do what she want to do. You know, she's an old dog. I want to keep her around happy and all that. So yeah, so here we go. Right? Bánhcuốn. Bánhcuốn. You know, I used to able to dialogue in Vietnamese for a little bit. I was married to my former spouse was Vietnamese speaking family, so I through years I was able to pick up basic conversations. So and I've been around him for the last 30 years, I believe. So my Vietnamese got thrown off the road because but I was still able to understand some basic conversation. If Vietnamese people want to teach me some fancy language or call me fancy name, then I'll know it's a fancy name. So I don't let them get away with it, because I heard so many fancy names because the way they speak, okay, no offense, they start with the letter F, middle in the letter F word, and then end with letter F words and the other things, you know. So that's how I learned it. But I learned some of the clean language also. But most of the language I heard, like a daily conversation, was not pleasant, especially when men are speaking to another one, you know, to each other. So I'm using the banana leaves. As you know that I'm a banana nut kind of person, you because banana leaf is just it's just wonderful, you know. It goes well with any kind of cooking. Oh man, I ripped this one because it's still frozen. Hold on. So it goes so well with everything. So so it's good for food wrapping. It's good for making storage, food storage, and food in a container. Also, it's good for what do you call it? For decoration. Yeah. So I just bought this already cut. It's easy to store in the fridge, and it can stay in the fridge and looking greens and all that. And it's so convenient. And when you have the sticky kind of food, this won't stick at all. You just use this as your base, as your as your base, which I'm doing right now. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and bring my finished Bánhcuốn and put it in here. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and boil it just to make sure that I'm not dealing with stickiness. Yeah, I'm gonna oil my banana leaf. I use avocado oil this morning. Always investing in healthy oil, because if you don't, the money that you're saving from not eating healthy will go to the medical bill, believe me. So might as well spend on your good food, healthy food, okay? That way you will stay healthy, you will stay strong and all of that. Okay, so now I have my, isn't that pretty? Basic practice in food. Food preparation is so basic, yet it's so easy. It's so beautiful. Okay, so I have healthy oil ladder, so I'm not worried about bad cholesterol. We're gonna build good cholesterol. Okay. So I have my Bánhcuốn steaming. Looking. Let me refill the water first. It looked like that. Isn't that beautiful? It's clear, crystal clear. It's moist. It's soft. Okay. Give me 1 minute, please. I forgot my tools. I have to keep my cooking tool separate from the regular kitchen tool, because once it gets used, it never gonna bring back. And when I need it, I have to go look for it. So I have my cooking tool stored in separate place. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and remove Bánhcuốn. Okay. Now we'll put it right here, and then we'll come back and decorate this once we're done with this. Okay, so because it's in the banana leaf, so it didn't stick, so I'm glad it didn't. Okay, so we're gonna put it on banana leaf for now. It's looking so good. It smells so delicious. Like I said, okay, the filling is already done. All we need was just to soften the rice sheet. So I have this one last, so I'm gonna leave it for a minute or so. So we have 3 Bánhcuốn. If you're native, forgive me. My pronunciations. If I say it badly, it can be something else. Okay, I hope it's nothing bad. My bad. So here we go. Yeah. Let's do a few more until we have enough for a meal, and then we'll show you how to decorate this thing in a formal setting. So that way it not only tastes good, but it's beautiful. Okay. So If you want it thick, Bánhcuốn, we can double this, okay? It's okay to double it. It's gonna be same way, just that extra texture from the sheet. There's no rule to this. Okay? Remember, make your own rule. Don't follow anyone else's rule. Then you find yourself in a complicated situation. Because when you cook, make sure that you know how to design your own recipe, your own cooking style. That way you're not find yourself stumble upon someone else's ideas. Okay. But you know, there are also people who give free ideas online and you don't know how, then go follow the ideas and then create your idea around people's ideas. Because it's invented for public purpose, and you are one of them. And I do. If I run out of ideas, I'll go study from other people. You know, I give them credit for if I were to replicate the cooking, then give the credit for. You know, if this cooking is on my own idea and my own invention, all I need to do is give myself credit and share it. That's all I need to do. And I need to remember to oil that because I don't want it to stick together. It come out so wonderfully beautiful. So I'm gonna close this. Remember that I'm not a fan of wrap too much, so I have this lid. Okay, use it. Okay, use your lid. If it fit good, it's good. You good. You don't have to use chemical, you know, plastic wrap. It has chemical, and because we don't study enough, so if I use it, I still use it too, but I just remember that if something that I can use this pot lid, I will use the pot lid instead. It's just so convenient. Yeah, it truly is. Yeah, I'm gonna boil more hot water because it's slowing down the process. I have my vegetable soaked in baking soda for about 10-15 minutes. You know me, I'm about purifying my fruit and my vegetable, right? I always make sure that I clean them really well, and I clean a few times. You know, make sure that it's clean. Because I don't like eating butt on food, you know, it's not cool. Yeah. And even when just a shrimp by itself, you could also just cook shrimp or fresh shrimp, and you can do the same thing. If you're vegetarian, then by all means, tofu or beans or vegetable, cabbage, anything, carrots, go ahead. Satisfy your own style, your own need, your own food preferences. You know, I'm just doing this for the ideas, show the ideas. In the traditional Bánhcuốn would be that they have to mix flours and they have to steam the flour to make the flour a flap thin enough to wrap it, and then they will put the filling like I do here. I'll leave this a minute because it's not soft enough for me. So now that we learned a new technique, and we don't have to go back to when King Dynasty period. That's old. Or even who's the last president? Ho Chi Minh. I think he was the great president during the period. I know the Bánhcuốn probably invented before Ho Chi Minh was alive, or before he was born. Right. So I have one that was done earlier. I have one that was left in here earlier, so it's done. So I'm gonna bring it out. Don't want to leave it too long. It might get soggy and it's so sticky. It grab each other like like they friend. Yes. So that's why we have to keep this very, very oily. That's why having this healthy oils is important for certain cooking, because we need that the oil to keep the food from sticking together. So right now I have 4 done. I have a few in the steamer already, but just to show you that how beautiful it looks already. Okay, and like I said, not only I'm gonna make it beautiful, I'm gonna make it delicious too, because there's a few ways to do that. And remember I told you that some of you who've been here with me before, that you can turn an ordinary cooking into a fantastic, from a $5 worth of food dish into like a $25 food dish. You know, it depends on how much care and how much work you put into it. And food embellishment or decoration is one of those things that is necessary, you know, for the food industry. Even the food photo, you know, they even use imitation or even use fake food item, like plastic food item. I learned that the other day, to make food photo look so good, you know what I mean? And then you wonder why when you go to the restaurant, you order the food, they didn't look exactly like the photos. Well, there was Photoshop and photo trick to that, because yeah, they wanted food to look so good and so deceiving, and that to trigger your brain, you know, to make you eager to want to have some. So I was just saying that, you know, I mean, food industry know how to play with our brain. You know, I just want to tell you, my bad. I just want to tell you that cooking is so fun, it's so much fun, and it's just one of those skills that a lot of women and men don't have the time for anymore, because of the economic reason that women or men have to work now, or both parents have to work, or individual have to work to pay for whatever we owe, you know. You don't have time to cook, and eating out was more economical. It's more satisfying. You know, have to like worried about cleaning after yourself, and just give tip and let the waitress take care of it. You know, so I get that too. But as for me, when I have big family, I cannot be eating out every day. You know, if you have 6, 7, or 8 individual, and how are you going to take those family member of you to go and sit down a meal that costs at least $20 a meal, or the cheapest would be like $11. You can't even get the burger under $10, you know, with on a meal. Maybe a burger you could, you know, but then not a meal with fries and drink. You know that. And for an individual who live by himself, or live by themselves, of course they, you know, and make good money, can afford to sit down on a dining in or order out, you know, that I can understand. But for me, it's not an option. We do that once in a while, maybe it's our birthday or anniversary or Mother's Day or Father's Day, what have you, you know. But other than that, we don't make a habit of eating out in a big family setting, because it can run the bill up to $200-300. Just going out on Mother's Day meal is 4 of us, and just simple meal, you know. I had it on my YouTube, and they run the bills over $300. Drinks and dessert, piece of cheesecake. You know that with that amount of money and you grocery shopping and you know how many days you can feed your family with. Okay, so I get it. Okay, so special event, but I'm saying that if it's acceptable for a special event, but you cannot do that on a daily function, you know, where you cannot feed your family like that, because unless you know, like super wealthy, you know, and that is acceptable. But other than that, for me, I'm not trying to ratio being stingy, anything like that. I love eating out. I eat out all the time, you know, just to sample people food and be able to give my my reviews about it. You know, most of the time is disappointing because some of the food that I order have something that I'm allergic to, you know, have ingredient I'm allergic to. And this one is kind of sticky, so let me remove him. If you have peanut oils, or any kind of healthy oils, go ahead. Because I'm allergic to corn oil, so I have to stay away from corn oil, peanut oil. I'm okay with sesame oil, but my grandson is allergic to, so I have to be careful on that also. Okay. So we're doing so good. We have this many now. Okay, look, isn't that beautiful? And we can cut this into bite size. So I think it's about three bite size on each roll. I have just a few more. Okay, probably 3 more, and then we'll conclude. If you experience what I'm experiencing here, okay, this you can deep fry this and make it into a little treat for the grandkid. My grandkid loves this. Sometimes they say, "Grandma, can you fry the rice sheet for us?" And it's so fragile. So if you have this, you buy this, and you have to leave it somewhere where it's not going to be exposed to being handlings. And so I'm used to 2 sheet because it's broken. Okay, then after that, I think I'm gonna deep fry it for the grandkids. Let me start the oil now, so that way we will have it when we need it. I'm used to canola oil for frying. I think we have enough for 2, so we have 2 more, and then we should be complete. Bánhcuốn. Okay, our last one. Okay, don't be twisted. Okay, these products are pricey. They're not cheap. So don't waste it. That's why I said do not waste it, because it's pricey. And then this rice paper here, it's not just made from rice. I think it's mixed with tapioca flours. So therefore, because rice itself does not give this elasticity, only tapioca will be able to achieve this kind of product. Okay, so it's called rice paper for a chemical reason. I don't know, but then I'm sure that this is made from tapioca plant or flowers because the texture of it is same textures as the tapioca textures. Because regular rice flour is not sticky. All right, so we have a few more done. I'll need one more banana paper. I don't have enough room for it. Because if I don't put banana paper on it, it's gonna stick together. I'm gonna put banana leaves on it. Oil it good. Okay. On both ends, because I'm gonna put it on the top of our rolls. Okay, so we have more than, oops. There, I'm saved by banana leaves today. Otherwise, it'll be a big mess. And the oil. We have two more in the steamer because we just put that a few minutes ago. I'll do one more minute to allow the rice wrap to cook and tenderize. Okay, so isn't that beautiful? Okay, so today I saved two things. I saved the leftover fillings, and I also saved the rice wrap that was broken and that are not usable unless you sew them together. Not ready yet. I'm done with the water. Let me remove. To achieve the crispiness of frying this rice paper here, the oil have to be hot. Okay. While I'm waiting for the oil to get hot, I'm gonna go ahead and do our decoration. Who were here with me yesterday when I turned my turnip or my radish into beautiful lotus flowers? Who remember doing that? Okay, if you're new, let me go ahead and show you how to do beautiful lotus. So you just get regular beets. Not beet. This is radish. Okay, but you need like paring knife or carving knife. Okay, without it, you won't be able to achieve the texture that you prefer. So the best is to create the foundation for your roast. So to make sure that the bottom is be able to sit around, sitting. So you leave one end. Oh, this is delicious. Tastes almost like cucumber. So again, because lotus or lily have multiple petals. Okay, so we're trying to get at least 5 petals out of this. I'm gonna turn off the steamer. Give me 1 second. Let me remove the bun from the steamer before it gets too soggy. All right, so now we have all of our bun of Bánhcuốn. So he's running, meaning that he's not sticky. It's good. So I'm gonna keep it covered, so that way it'll stay warm while we preparing our decorations. Okay. Right. So I'm about to show you how to create beautiful water lily. So start from the top. Doesn't matter which end you're gonna start. You can, but then now we cut flat on the bottom, so that way our water lily will sit better. Okay, so start from the top and work it way down gently. Do not cut it off. If you cut it off, then you will lose a petal. So just get it to the closest rinds of the radish as much as possible. So from then you will use scissor and create that arch look, okay, like that. See it? Because basically that's how water lily in the natural environment look. So we're trying to replicate nature. So we gotta understand the basic structure and anatomies of fruit and vegetable in order to make it look pretty, right? So you have to use your own imagination. You have to be creative, though. You know, stuff like this, you have to be creative. You already have the beautiful, we have 6 petals so far, okay? So now we're gonna create inner. The inner petal is a little bit tricky because it's not as bendable as the rinds of the radish. But then just go gently, okay? Go slightly, gently inside it, and like that. So now you have extra petals right there, okay? And just go around doing just like we did with the out petals, okay? Because the nature of the lotus or the lily is that it had multiple layers of petals. Okay, it does not come in single petals and nothing like that. No. So now we have double petals, right? So I can create another layer of the petal, but now you have to be careful because it's hard to get inside it. Okay, so just try as much as possible, but you need a really good paring knife or carving knife, okay? Not just kitchen knife. It's not going to work for you. You have something like that. Yes. So, oh, my bad. Dang it. Okay. Sorry for that one. Okay, we'll try it again, okay? Let's not burn anything. Okay. Dang. Let me see. Let me lower the heat. Why Okay, hold on. Let me try this again. Oh. See it? It's like split second. That. Okay. So it doesn't take very long. As soon as it touches the hot oil, it transforms into this beautiful crunchy chip. I'm gonna just make it smaller pieces. It's so easy. Now make sure that the oil is hot, okay? Not too hot because then you can cause the you can burn, you know, spill the oil and burn this off. So like I said, do not waste your rice paper if it's broken, or just fold it up, break it down, and put into the hot oil and watch it transform. There you go. And you can add seasoning to this, and the kid will enjoy it. Other than that, my kid just love it plain, as long as crunchy for them. You know, the kids love crunchiness because they love chips and all that stuff. So this is like a healthy chip for them also. You know? Well, look at that. I'm sorry, I got disrupted by this. So let me finish this up. I got just a little bit more to go, and then I'm done with frying the chip here. Look at that. Oh, the ordinary rice paper into this fluffy snack for the kids. Soon as this chip here touch the oil, it just, you know, it fluffy up. It fluffed up. It's so neat to see that transformation, you know, like in a blink of eyes, like psh, it got transformed. And so here we go. Crispy rice paper. Let me see. When I said crispy, Alright, we're done with that. So now let's not disturb me no more. Let me remove all the barrier in my face, because you know I get in accident a lot. I got burned and cut so many times. Sometimes I can't even feel the cuts anymore. And sometimes I have to cut the same cut like over and over until it dented. For example, this part right here, you know, when I dice and chops and mince so many times, and most of the time I did that dicing on my finger a lot. That's a famous finger about being chopped off. Okay, let's go back to our petals. Shoot, I'm sorry about that. Okay, so here we go. Well, it's getting close to the middle, so I'm not gonna try too much because it's gonna damage the other petals that we have already. Okay, so isn't that beautiful? Okay, so I'm not done with this. Remember yesterday I added a beautiful texture to it. If one of you or some of you were here yesterday learning how I process this beautiful rosette color, okay, so I'm just using natural beads here to get that natural finish cut. Okay, so remember this is white now. Okay, now we give that little highlight into our petals, okay, because beet had very strong bleeding textures and colors, so it's going to go well with white. Okay, look, it's already bleeding onto these petals of our water lily. Okay, so I touched it yesterday and my hand was still red from it. See it? So this is the art of cooking. Okay, you have to be creative. Not a lot of people have come up with this kind of ideas, but then since I wanted to get serious with my cooking, so I have to get serious with my imagination, because I crochet. Look, I did that too. So I'm gonna launching my crochet, showing you guys how to make headband or beanies or scarf. No, I don't do socks, but I do booty, and socks now. Sweater too long. Okay, so I said you just get it from Ross, cheaper. Okay, so there we go. Now you see the different texture now. You know, I mean, before it was not like it was pure white. Okay, so there is a lotus, but then we wanted that pretty colors. You know, see that pinkish. What are you searching, sir? No. Can you give me some time, please? Because I'm cooking. If you're not quiet, you're not going to get to eat. Because you're going to prolong my program. Okay, when you're done, Grandma will serve you. You just ate, so you don't need to be looking for no snack. My grandkids always be hungry, you know. They want to be on your show, yet they don't want to be on your show, you know. But sometime this summer he's home. He's gonna be my cameraman. He love taking. Oh shoot! I think I cut too deep. So this one right here is stout, so it's so cute, look. Okay, we're gonna start with our outer layer of our petals, which is easy because it's the rinds of the lettuce, so it's elastic, so it's easy to handle. The tough part is this inner part here, okay, because it's crispy, so it can break easily. So you see that? You know, this idea right here, you could impress your friend, your colleague. If you have gathering, you know, you have this simple technique to deal with, to show your friend your cooking skill. You know, I mean, you be able to decorate your normal trays of vegetable with dipping and this beautiful cucumber. Or I don't have cucumber today. I used it all yesterday. So I won't be able to show you how to do the roses from cucumber. Okay, look at that. So I have 6 petals already. See how beautiful that is already? You know, I mean, it just binds itself. I mean, it just come out natural like that. Look, okay. So we're gonna go do our inner petal, which is a little bit tricky. Okay, you have to go really, really gentle because you don't want to disturb or cut off the other petal that you have already, which I did that before. It's okay. You know where it goes? I ate it. Anything try to come off anything, I will just get rid of it. I just put it in trash in my mouth and I don't have to see it. Okay, so I'm making the 3rd rolls of of the petal, which is very delicate. You have to go easy on it. You know, I mean, you got to go easy on it. I know I don't have enough light from the, whoop. Good Lord. I just, mother, girl, how did I put it back? You see that? See what happened? Did I just said, be careful? I'll do another one. Sometimes I'm amazed at my own, you know. I'm so amazed with myself. Okay, girl. You just chop off the petals. It was supposed to be a perfect lotus. Hey, girl. Take a vacation or something. Oh, girl. Sorry about that. I just ruined it. But I have beets. I mean, I have more radish, so don't get worried. We can go all day with this. If one fail, no worry. Poor petals. I was having such a perfect petals. Dengue. Girl. Okay, one more. Okay, let me get one more, I promise, because I ruined this one already, so no sweat. See? Oh yeah. Let's do this long one. This long one will be the petals of the water lily. So who knows the difference between water lily and water lotus? Okay. Water lotus is like the blossom is that big, okay? The lily, the blossom is that big, so that's a difference, the size. And when the lotus bloom, like this. So when the water lily bloom is like, yeah, it came from the water species. They might be related, cousin and aunt and uncle, something like that, but they grow in the water. And but there's a difference between them, though. Don't be concerned. Oh, that's water lily. If it's lotus, it's lotus. Is water lily, is water lily. Still mistaken. Look at that. I like that. Okay, let's make it shape that I have to be careful because I can, you know, cut off my beautiful petal for no reason. Okay. So I can bring it down a little bit so that way it will like, but be careful though. Don't go too far and then you end up losing the petal like I did. Okay, I almost lost that one. It's too thin. Okay. Oh. Just go deep inside of it. I know it's hard to see because you need to see from the top, but the lighting is terrible also. So, ooh. Well, sorry, petal. If you decided to be funny, I'm gonna eat you. I learned to eat radish because I'm dealing with so many of them, you know, instead of put them in the trash. So I learned to eat it and learn to enjoy it. So, oh my goodness, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I gotta give myself a hug. Good job, Anna. Yeah, and I see where are my heart though. I got 3 hearts. I've been here, how long? I got 3 hearts. That show me there's so many people that don't even give love. It's all right. That's how you're gonna treat me. I'm gonna cry. Okay, so if you bend it, it doesn't break, go ahead. But if you bend it too much, it's gonna break. Believe me, this thing is so sensitive, like it does, you know. Or you can have pure white, you're fine. But then because I have OCD, everything gotta look the same, look alike, look pretty. So, oh man, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? It has this beautiful touch of of pinkish. I don't have purple. It would have been nice. I think I can do that with the red cabbage. But anyway, it's pretty, very pretty. It's kind of food that was served to the Emperor of China, you know, because the Emperor of China, we have like 500 courses per day, and then there'll be food samplers and make sure no one put poison on his food, and there'll be physician who'll be smelling his poop, make sure that he's healthy and have all the nutrients he needs. You know what I mean? Some of this amazing culture, you know, you read about, you hear about, I'm like, dang, where was I? You know, I mean, oh, okay, there you go. I make it too beautiful. You like that? You want me to do another one? Okay, let's do another one, okay? We'll do a simple one. I know you enjoy this. I know that you're going to learn, take it home and make it practice at home, okay? So to allow a beet to sit down nicely, quietly, and politely, so we have to make the base square or flat, okay? So that way it'll sit nicely. Okay. And then, Mama, if you want it 6 petals, then we have to make it small. You want 5 or 4, then it depends on what size of petal you want. So I'm just going with the size of this radish, so I probably can get about 6 petals out of this. So I have to go around it, be carefully, very thinly, okay? Because the thing about the radish rinds is that it's not easily breakable like you think they are, okay? So, but you can handle it. So I get 7 petals out of this. Isn't that amazing? It depends, you know. I mean, you have to take time to design it. If you're in a rush, you will break it. You won't be able to get any petal out of it, and then you get frustrated. Say, I don't know, I can't do this. No, change that attitude, because that's stinky. Okay, so it's already pretty. So I'm gonna go ahead and design the inner. I want to make this one white, okay? So it's gonna be white lotus. I know, you probably said, I can't see. So am I. I can't see neither. I'm doing this in blindness. But remember, you have to have the right tool, though. Go on wherever you need to go to order online, or go to the cooking facility store or something like that. They might have these things. But this thing I brought back from Thailand when I made that trip last year in July. Okay. I didn't bring back anything, but I wanted a carving knife because I wanted to do carving, and that was one of my passion. Okay, so I went and got a few. When I said a few, I mean a few, like 10. Okay, so there we go. White lily. Okay, lotus don't look like that. Lotus had fat, stubby looking petals. This is lotus. I mean lily. Okay, so we have, well, you know what? Look how plain that is. If I add a little bit of pinky-ish, maybe I'll put pinky-ish to give like that dimensional, you know. Yeah, there you go. See it? Give like a little pinky-ish inside of here. I think carrot will do, you know. Okay, there we go. Got it? Like the rest like white, and then you had a pinky-ish inside, you know. Isn't that cute? Creative. Got to be creative, you know. Got to be happy cooking. You got to learn how to do things, invent things, so that way you will leave this legacy for people to come back 100 years from now. You know, they see on YouTube, say, "Dad, I like that. I'm gonna teach to my kids." You know, that's something that I probably wanted to happen. You know, so here go my cucumber. I have a small one. I won't be able to make anything out of it, but I will use this as our as our side dish today. give it that little nice finished look. Okay. Remember, because we're going to eat this with lettuce in a formal setting. So to make any meal formal setting, it required a lot more than just one item. Okay, it's going to involve serving it with lettuce, serving it with cucumbers, with any kind of fruit, vegetable that needed to be on the tray. Just like I was demonstrating yesterday, that how we eat in a formal setting. Okay. In Asian food. So I'm using this sweet I just love the color, you know. Food looks better with the colors, and you know, I don't mind adding extra peppers. There's a fancy name for this pepper. I haven't learned. I can create flower petal out of this also. Let me show you how. Just cut this and make a base out of it. And then I have to clean the inside of it. And then you just put your like that. That's simple. And add onto your plate, and you know, make it look amazing with all the colors. You know, it make food, take food to the next level. Like I said, you can create a $5 plate of food into a $25 food plate. You know, it's just a matter of you embellishing it and put amount of work and decorating it. You know, that. Okay, so all right. So I have one more. Clean it. Excuse me. But the yellow one is too small. So we have the base. We have our petals. I don't know what kind of flower this is, but it's just an idea of decorating. It doesn't have to be any representations of any kind of species. As long as you know how to put things in like a context and make them look pretty, you're fine. Okay, so got it. So there you go. Okay, I have all this vegetable that I have here. I'm gonna save it because I'm gonna be eating it. Yeah, I'm not gonna waste any of this food, okay, because they're so expensive. So we're gonna save it, to save the part that I save. This is for the decoration. Okay, I'm gonna use a long, elongated plate to like give this Bánhcuốn its own originality. Okay. You know, when they said the bigger the better, so am I. So I went to shish kebab, the Armenian restaurant the other day with friends, which is graduated, and the food served in like big plate. Okay, there was not a lot of food. Just the ideas of putting food in the big plate. It just like it just expand, just make like there's more food in it when there's not that much of food. Believe me, you know, I mean, just tricking your brain. Okay, so I'm gonna use just a little bit of lettuce because I don't have the regular lettuce. I have head of lettuce today, and it's not the kind of texture that I would want to use it. But I'm gonna, because I need some green, so I'm just gonna do a little bit of it. But then this is what I'll need to eat it with. Okay. Okay. Remember we have so I have to decide where I'm gonna put my lotus. My lotus gonna be where the green is, right? Because we have to give leaves and life to it. So maybe a little bit more. You know what? Because lotus leaf is kind of round and like amazing looking, like that. Like that. Yeah. I remember lotus leaf was like that big, bigger than the banana leaves. I think it just erected from the pond or the water reservoir somewhere. It's just so pretty, you know. I mean, it's just so pretty, you know. I mean, I'm proud of being born in a poor country where nothing but nature, you know. Otherwise, I won't see all the beautiful nature growing in a beautiful pond. I just remember when at the farmhouse, my dad has a pond that he raised all kind of fish and reptile, turtle, for example, and I'm sure snake lived there too. So I have 4 petals. I have 4 lily here, or lotus, you call it. We're just gonna set it in the middle. I mean, in the corner here, okay, with sitting on the leaves. And then of course we have this cucumber. We wanted to like give it its own originality. Because it was too small today, I'm not going to stretch my head over trying to make flower out of it, but we can decorate it in a really beautiful way. And of course then we have this flame looking, we set it in the middle like that. Yeah. All right. So, and because we have Bánhcuốn that's going to be slippery, I mean sticky, so oh, my mom is here, so I'm going to serve her separately. Okay. All right, so there you go. It's looking magnificent right now. Okay. Now, if I want a different color, I can color the cucumber pink, but let's be happy what I have right now before I roll it. So this is going to be the magic touch to the Bánhcuốn. Okay. Let me bring the Bánhcuốn already. Oh shoot, I have cilantro, so yeah, well, it'll help bring that extra beauty to it, you know. Yeah, there you go. Right. Let me get things that I don't need out of my way because you know me, I'm clumsy. So with the Bánhcuốn, I can have it whole, or I can have it half, or I can have it bite size. Okay, look, it's already in this beautiful. Remember to clean your scissor if you use for meat or vegetable. I have 2 different ones. If I use for meat, raw meat, I use different scissor. If for vegetable and cooked meat, I use the same scissor. Find it. So to do that, I would cut this into bite size. Okay. So this is already cool enough for me to handle it. Okay. So there you go. To make it polite, so we have to cut into bite sizes. Yeah. I'm going to transfer it into a tray. Thank goodness the banana leaf is so friendly. Okay. Ooh, I love it. It looks so good. I can top it a few more. Okay. I can cut it in different shape if I like to. Okay. Diagonal, square. We'll do one more. Okay, so it looks so pretty. It's amazing. It's just amazing. Okay, that you can turn an ordinary food into something lavishing. Still sticky, you know, despite of the effort in trying to keep it oily. I can do this. Right? What I'm missing. Hungry, Mom? Okay, I'm almost done. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do the garlic oil. I'm gonna sprinkle some of the garlic on here because it's flat. It needs some color. Okay. You can also do this to give a nice finishing touch. This is gonna give a new dimension from that flat, boring looking into something beautiful. Sorry, I'm trying to find my roasted garlic. I don't know where I put it yesterday. But the idea is that you can sprinkle the roast garlic on it, okay? Okay, so now this is the conclusion of our Bánhcuốn, okay? The steam rice papers with pork and shrimps fillings. Then we got this beautiful water lily. Okay. And I hope that you enjoyed it. If you do, please follow me on my YouTube channel, Chef Inn, and subscribe so that way you will get my latest notifications. Also, send me comments on my YouTube also. I love reading them. And I wasn't able to interacting with you because while cooking, I wanted to keep my hand away from the screens but I appreciate all the comments that you sent me, and by subscribing to my channel also, that's beautiful. I appreciate that. And my TikTok fans always send me a whole bunch of hearts every time when I'm here. I always be getting so many hearts, but and I appreciate that. TikTok fans and my YouTube followers are awesome people also, and always subscribing and send me the love and appreciation. I appreciate that also. So today I'm concluding my Bánhcuốn, the steam rice papers. Okay. If you enjoy, give me a high five, right? Then I'll lock you out, and I'll try to be back here tomorrow. Tomorrow I wanted to make a dessert because I have things that I bought that I don't want to leave it too long in the refrigerator or freezer. So I have to try to cook them so that way it'll still be fresh, okay? So tomorrow will be fun. It'll be a little lengthy, but it'll be fun and you will enjoy it. Same as today, learn how to carve, turn this regular radish into something magnificent. So turn that into that, okay? See it? In order for you to learn that, for those who are just coming in, then please follow me on YouTube, because TikTok does not allow me to save all the content. Maybe a clip here and there, but the YouTube will allow me to keep the full content, so that way you won't miss anything. Okay, are we cool? We good? Okay. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. Please subscribe, share, and like, and the bell, so that way you will get the whole things in one stop. All right. I will bid you farewell until we see you again. Thank you. สวัสดีค่ะ